It still ain't 9
All
o'clock.
right.
Oh,
Come on. Yo, listen. You gotta stop talking at the wrong time. Come on, this is a product. I know you never been nowhere civilized, but because you live in Florida and shit like that, so just relax, okay? I know you used to baggy jeans and niggas still wearing fanny packs. This not that. I can't even intro this shit because you got your hair done. Okay, thank you. Your hair looks nice, man. Is there anything else you want to fucking say to interrupt the intro?
Go ahead, you got the floor.
No. Go ahead, because you just be blurting shit out as B. Is there anything else you want to say? You good? Matter of fact, let me put you in the middle. You know what I mean? Go ahead, Mary. No, don't get nervous now. Go ahead, Mary.
Let me back to my corners. Don't do this.
Go ahead, Mary. Intro the show. Go ahead, Mary.
Go ahead. Go do your intro. Go ahead.
You good?
I was just waiting for 9 o'clock. That's all. Can you not?
Golly, man. Niggas, right, Q?
Right here. See, you got the red on, real festive and shit. You see what's going on over here?
Nah, fuck Santa Claus. My shit say HNIC across the front.
Hilarious.
That's supposed to be the brown Santa.
Trying to get y'all ready for the season and shit.
That's a caucus Santa?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I do it for the
Wow.
Oh.
You see him?
You got the arms out.
Yep. And I tell people that.
Yo, my ass, nigga. You 30 minutes late.
House. This shit gonna start at 9? The fuck?
You supposed to log in so you can get prepped. Okay, you got a little background going and shit.
Yeah, I'm prepping right now, nigga. Real prep. Food prep.
Yo, fuck that food prep, nigga.
Yeah, I got enough chicken for everybody on the panel and y'all siblings and y'all parents. Whoever. Whatever y'all need. So I'm doing I did the partnership with this nonprofit. They're getting 150 jumbo leg quarters tomorrow. So niggas busy, you know what I mean?
Yeah, fuck all that. All right. DJ Hampton Stampede, we in the building. Isha, what up? You on mute.
Hey,
Hey, man. Hey, I see you, man. What up, though? You looking refreshed.
I feel better.
You remember you referenced you call a nigga when you need a reset? Is that what happened?
I had a reset.
Okay. Man, Alec, you look like you just got reset. What you got a headband on? The fuck?
Hand fits a scarf. Thank you.
Oh, okay.
And my comfy clothes. How are you?
I'm good. You look too comfortable, nigga. Damn, man, you look like you don't live nowhere. All right, I fuck with it though. Q was good.
Ain't shit getting y'all into the Christmas spirit. You feel what I'm saying?
Fuck Christmas.
You know.
Fuck Christmas, Q. I tell all the kids Santa Claus ain't real. Every single one when I go to pick up the kids from school. Parents be sucking their teeth. I don't give a fuck.
I fucks with it. I'm just saying, I'm wearing it though. So whoever celebrated, you know what I mean?
I got you. Mary was good.
What's up, y'all?
You straight now?
Yeah, I'm good. I've been good.
All right. Nate, you straight? You been logging off and on. What's up? Were you? Nate, what's up?
Yo, she focused over there. She
can't. I don't know if she can hear. Nate, can you hear me? That shit is a wrap. Eddie, was good.
What's good with it, man? What's popping with everybody? Good evening.
Everything's everything. Adrian, what's good?
Yo, what's good, my dude? How you holding up over there, man?
Doing the right thing, man. I'm all right, man. Bub, what up, though?
What's good, man? All the way from Canuck. I'm ready for another banging Wednesday night show. Let's get it.
Indeed. B, what's popping?
What's good brother?
Wow, bro.
fucking planet.
Put me backstage.
Yeah, man, we gonna wait. He gotta recalibrate. Man. We're gonna put him back when they get back. Man. Fuck it. All right, man. Let's get into it. B, you straight? Can you work on your intros?
I will work on my intros, Hampton.
Don't try to call me by my whole name because you said, "What's up, good brother?" No, nobody forced you to say that, and Isha told me to put you backstage. Why you taking it out on me?
Cause you did it.
That's fair. Somebody please help Nay, man. Hopefully she can get on soon. All right, man. So y'all seen the tag, the title of episode 56, if I'm not mistaken. I'm gonna explore this real quick. So, Grace, who deserves it most? You know, we see a lot of shit in the news. You see the memes in the background. If you don't know who this is, you just don't know who that is, but you'll find out. All right. First topic. Let me share my screen. Let me know when you guys can see it. All right. Good.
Yes.
All right. So let me scroll the first topic along the screen while we watch the video to give us some perspective and context into that first one. All right. Should black businesses be given more grace?
I'm Tatiana LaJoy. Black-owned businesses are unprofessional. Many people in the Black community have either said or thought this at one point or another. This statement stems from various experiences that ultimately lead to them spitefully banning Black-owned businesses from their shopping, date night outings, or self-care expenditures. In 2021, the growth in Black spending power reached $1.6 trillion, which doubled since the year before, yet our wealth has fallen by 14%. This means that 99% of our buying power is spent outside of our community. These statistics imply that Black people know how to make money, but we do not know how to keep it. The Black dollar stays in our community for 6 hours, while it stays in the Asian community for 28 days.
Well, it's actually a couple of things. For one, we could seem that we're rude and it's not all about good customer service.
That's a problem. Why am I spending my money with you and you're too sensitive to even take the criticism necessary needed?
Is that it's so expensive, which I can understand. Certain people or certain places, they kind of hit you over the head with price.
Hating. That's all I can think of is hating, just because of the fact that they see one person doing their thing, it's hard for them to congratulate them.
There has to be a reason why Black-owned are...
All right. Y'all heard of this before?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
All right. So, you heard some of the criticisms. They were using some stereotypical criticisms, but should Black businesses be afforded more grace? Or are they getting where they deserve? Should Black businesses be afforded more grace, or are they getting what they deserve and what they earn? What you think, A?
I think they're getting what they deserve. Some. Nah, for real, because at the end of the day, I'm paying for a service, so I want it to be done right.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? This is especially in my field, right? In the field of mental health, I work for several Black-owned agencies, probably like 4 or 5, and each and every one of them were unorganized. They messing with people money. They're not professional at all. And so to the points that they were making, like, I agree, but that's also pushing me to go ahead and build my own brand to where it's based off of customer service, and the service that I offer is professional. I think sometimes Black people, we tend to be like lax because we can be so family oriented and thinking that things is cool and okay. But if I'm paying my money for something, what I'm paying for, it needs to be done at least in decency and in order. You know what I'm saying? So from that standpoint, yes, but I also do feel like sometimes because of people have had so many bad experiences, they may not even give a particular Black company a chance. And so I think that's where it is kind of hurting the community.
And you're saying those bad experiences, even when unrelated to that specific business?
Absolutely. It's just like anything else. You know what I'm saying? Just how, like, you know, how you'll have women say all niggas ain't this based off of their limited experience with the limited amount of people, with a limited amount of men that they have dealt with. They're gonna go ahead and classify everybody in that one group. So
gotcha. Okay. What you think, Q?
Example.
Yeah, that was a great example. What you think, Q?
That was a horrible example. I think that I think you gotta like broaden the question a little bit more, or narrow it down, I should say. For me.
Okay, answer it. How you see fit.
Just based off of what you're saying.
Answer whatever question you want to answer.
Okay. Do I think that Black people, just based on the video, in business fit those stereotypes overall? I would say a good majority of businesses, but not all. I do know some Black business owners that are very professional. I don't know. So I guess it is limited to your full on experience. As far as grace and are they getting what they deserve? I mean, I would say everybody needs grace, right? Because you're gonna deal with poor customer service in almost any business. So it's a matter of whether or not you want to work with those people, whether or not that's a part of your personality. You know what I'm saying? So like, there's people who go to restaurants, 5-star restaurants, they get horrible experience. But if the wait staff treated them well when they had a bad experience, they will recommend that business and go back. Me personally, I don't. I feel like it should have been like that from the beginning, and I don't give a fuck what your skin color is because of what I'm paying for.
So what are you answering exactly? Are you just saying that some are good, some
why
don't
I
do
told
well?
you to narrow the question down.
Well, it's
told
pretty
me to answer
clean.
how
So
I
you're
see fit,
saying,
so
well,
that's what the fuck I
initially,
did. So what are we talking
let me break down because it's like a long ass non-answer. So are you saying you said the majority of Black businesses, but not all? We understand that all doesn't mean all, but if the majority of Black businesses deserve those stereotypes, what happens then?
What do you mean? Like people just don't shop with them no more, do business with them no more, is what you're saying.
But does what Adrian said have any truth to it in terms of do people exclude all Black businesses because they have an issue or experience with one? Did they get grouped together? Or you're just saying you don't group them together?
Yeah, I don't group them together. I don't, but again, I'm the exception in this. I wouldn't include me in any of that shit. But yeah, I could see how people can group Black businesses together and just be like, Black people ain't shit. We ain't doing business with them no more. My chicken was cold at one restaurant, so I ain't never going to a nigga restaurant no more.
So you don't do that?
I don't.
So you give them grace, right? You one case by case?
Absolutely.
And you think you're the exception to that?
I mean, I would think so.
So they don't have the grace that maybe they should then, huh?
I mean, when we're saying this, like from the perspective of cancel culture, we don't typically, as Black people, we don't give grace to too many people as it is.
Well, we'll get to that. Bub, what you think?
Yeah, I definitely think that Black businesses definitely deserve more grace, just based off the simple fact that a lot of Black businesses are pretty new to the game. Like we don't get a lot of shit handed down to us. You know what I'm saying? So we're trying to figure it out day by day. You know what I'm saying? And the majority of the time, it's just like it's just like a rush situation where we're just trying to get something going, and as the months and days go by, we just say to ourselves, all right, shit gonna get better. I just gotta keep at it. More so on the opposite side of other cultures, like they get like a lot of stuff handed down to them where they're being raised with either their parents or their grandparents already got a business, so they're working there, so the kids are working there on the weekends. They might be sweeping, they might be doing dishes or whatever, or they might be hanging up clothes, they might be greeting customers at the door at a young age, so they're growing up in the business. We don't I feel like, our culture, our community, we don't get a lot of that. You know what I'm saying? From the ground up. So definitely, I feel like we deserve more grace. And I feel like, speaking about, what Shorty was talking about, how, we tend to be like one and done with Black businesses as soon as they fuck up like one time. I don't necessarily agree with that, because it's like when we go to other establishments that are not Black, you know what I'm saying, we give them multiple opportunities. You know what I'm saying? I never forget, I showed up at a Popeyes in Connecticut during the pandemic with my kids, and I get to the drive-through, and one of the employees gonna tell me, yeah, we ran out of chicken. So it caught me off guard, right? I'm like, how the hell y'all run out of chicken? Y'all chain. He said, yeah, I'm sorry, we ran out of chicken. So I look to my right, and it's like 5 employees like waiting in the parking lot, chilling, like they done. He's like, yo, to tell you the truth, only thing we really got left in here is a large macaroni and cheese. And I'm like, yo, who the fuck gonna buy that? Like, people ain't coming to Popeyes for no macaroni and cheese. They coming for the chicken. You know what I'm saying? Now I could have just wrote Popeyes off and been like wild ignorant, run on Twitter and be like, yo, F Popeyes, how you run out of chicken, blah, 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 blah. But nobody would do that to Popeyes. But a Black establishment, yeah, we might do that to a Black establishment and start spreading like hate towards this one establishment that's trying to figure shit out. And then we tarnishing the business that our own people are trying to, get off the ground. So I don't believe in that, man. We definitely deserve more grace.
So hold on, but let me say this too, right? Because I feel like that can kind of handicap people too. Like, you can't just jump into something and not do it in excellence. And I think that's our problem too. Like, you got to put forth something that's excellent. You keep giving people grace for everything, they're always going to put out a bad product. You know what I'm saying? And so I think we always are looking for like grace and help here, and yeah, give me a break. But it's like, whatever happened to us doing things in excellence, yo? So I'm not saying abort them if they mess up, but when I come to you and I hold you accountable, you at least need to be able to eat what I'm telling you. You know what I'm saying?
I understand that, but
it looks different.
I understand that, but when you go to these other establishments that are run by other coaches, are you spewing the same thing that you spewing towards your own people?
Absolutely.
Really?
It's absolutely, it stays the same. So when I first was talking, I was talking from in terms of me being an employee, right? So with my jobs, when I work for, whether it's nonprofit or my jobs that are majority been ran by white people, I've never had to worry about being paid on time. Like, you see what I'm saying? I never had to worry about me reaching out to somebody following up with me. I've never had to worry about those things that I have to worry about when I have been employed by other Black people. So why should I give you grace for not operating in excellence with that? Like, there's really no excuse for that. In terms of things like that. Like, if you're going to do something, do it with excellence. If you're not ready, then don't jump all the way out there. And I feel like if we keep that standard, then we will do better. I'm not saying write them off for forever, but if I'm honest, and in terms of me being an employee, I don't think I will ever work for another Black person again.
Wow. Yo, let me drop a gem on you real quick, Adrian.
Yeah, and then I want to get Alex in after. Go ahead, Bob. Go ahead, Bob, and I'm gonna get Alex after.
I'm gonna make this quick.
No, you
y'all know, everybody know what 7-Eleven is, right?
Yeah.
All right. So one day I asked this one employee that worked at a 7-Eleven around my way, Indian dude. I'm like, yo, how you guys get a 7-Eleven? He said, yo, to tell you the truth, it's all handed to us, it's given to us. So PK, I'm like, what are you talking about? He goes, well, in our country, let's say we know somebody that's in the United States that have a 7-Eleven, right? If I come and say, listen, I'm gonna move to the United States, I wanna start a business, I wanna get a 7-Eleven too. They save money and they set aside to give it to another person of their nationality so they can start their own 7-Elevens. And when they start theirs, it's like they gotta pass it along. They gotta, you know what I'm saying? They gotta what do you call that? They gotta return the favor per se. And you can't say no. I said, what do you mean you can't say no? They said if you say no, you're gonna get penalized by their culture. So when you start your own 7-Eleven, they what I was told is you have to start saving money from your own business. So when somebody else says, listen, I want to come to the country and start a 7-Eleven myself, you got to give them like that loan so they're not starting off in debt so they can have their own 7-Eleven. See, that's what I was talking about earlier, where certain people are brought up into, you know what I'm saying, into these businesses where, you know, somebody's throwing them a bone. You know what I'm saying? We don't get that. Imagine somebody throwing you $500,000, to start a business just out of nowhere because their culture says you have to. That's crazy. And I wouldn't have known that unless I asked the question.
Right.
You know what
so
I'm saying?
I got one sentence, Hamp, and then I'm done. Right. So, but that's two different things, right? Versus having it to start it versus then running one with decency and order to how you are selling that product or how you are dealing with people. And then when you make the mistake, you make it right.
Yeah,
you
but
see
you
what
know
I'm
what?
saying? That's
You know what though,
the piece
Adrian?
I'm talking about.
You know what though, Adrian? If I go to 7-Eleven, right, and the price for a honey bun is 50 cents, and a block over, a honey bun is $1.50, you think I'm gonna bitch? No,
Not
we
so
not, Adrian. We not.
right,
We
but
still gonna pay that
right.
$1.50.
But hear me though, Bub. I'm not saying I wouldn't support. My thing was in terms of me working for. I'm not saying I'm gonna support black businesses, period, when I can. I'm just never working for another black-owned company unless it's my own. You know
See, I
what I'm
wouldn't
saying?
say that publicly though.
Huh?
It was that's something I would keep behind closed doors. I would never say that because it's us, Adrian. It's us. We already got enough we dealing with. Why we gonna put that out publicly?
That I'm never working for another black person again. Really, so okay. I hear you. I hear you. I don't plan on ever working for nobody else once I leave this job. But I'm just not going to another black-owned company though, too. But I'm not going to another black-owned company, and it's based off of my own anecdotal experiences, right? Like I said, I've only worked for 4 or 5. Could there be some that are a lot better? Maybe if it was a huge one, maybe a bigger one. You got multiple locations, so you probably got certain systems in place for it to be more organized. But for some of the smaller locations that I have worked for, now I will work with. You can contract me. I'll partner with you. You know what I'm saying? Because I do staff development and things like that. So I'll partner with you and work with you to help you build something. But I'm not working for you. I'm just not doing it.
You ever heard a Caucasian say that before?
I don't care what they say. What they got to do with me?
You ever heard an Asian say that before?
What does that have to do with me?
Come on, Adrian.
Bro, you're wild.
You know what I'm talking about.
I can't. Nah, bud. It don't matter. Quality matters. But again, you got to listen to what I'm saying. I'm saying I'm basing it off of my own limited experience.
Yo,
so I'm not saying it should apply for everybody else. But what I'm really saying and what I really hope people listening to me is just because you black, get your shit together, yo. Be organized. Don't make excuses for certain things and look for it, because if you look for it, you're not going to be successful. We technically got to be better than everybody else if we want to succeed. That's the truth.
Say that shit behind closed doors, though. Yoke your homie up and be like, yo, what the fuck you doing? You slipping. The fucking eggs was fucking halfway cooked. Get it together. Don't do it publicly, though.
But we the only ones watching this show. You think there's a bunch of white people watching this? This closed doors for real. It's us. Ain't no white people sitting back, oh, let me watch. This might be risky.
You never know.
You know what I'm saying?
We talking about in general. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. We here, bud. We here. All right, go to somebody else here.
Alex is doing a lot of nodding when you was talking. Hey, that's why I wanted to get her in. What you think, Alex?
Well, Adrian, that was the longest sentence I've ever heard, but I got it. I do agree with Bub in saying that we don't have a lot of things aren't passed down to us. A lot of things we have to figure out on our own. However, for me personally, am I giving black businesses more grace? No, I'm not. I definitely feel that I'm always going to want to support Black people and local businesses. However, as a Black person, I am fully aware that we cannot slack like the other people do. We are not a lot of that luxury to not come to the table with our stuff all the way together. Now, are there some things and nuances that happen when businesses are first starting? Absolutely. But I want to also be able to be given the space that if you are a business owner, I come to you and like say, hey, X, Y, and Z is going on, that you are not then going to, well, F it, you don't have to come support my business and blah, blah, blah. Customer service is key for me through and through. I don't care what your background is. I think with the pandemic, people wanted to support Black businesses just because it was the trendy thing to do, right? Am I going to turn away from every time a Black business doesn't do me wrong, doesn't do me right? No, but I do think as Black people, we can't afford to slip. We can't afford to not have our businesses all the way together to half prepare our food, and we can't do that because there are so many other strikes against us. We always have to be better than them. So do I think Black businesses should be given more grace? No. And the other reason I don't think they should be is that we want to be in competition and we want to be viewed and seen as the same level as white businesses or Asian owned businesses. We have to step it up. We don't give them grace, or at least I don't. Let me say that I don't give them grace.
Eddie, what's your take on it?
As a business owner, talk about food. I only have one opportunity, right? And it's not based on whether this particular race or that particular race. I work with all sorts of people. But there is a stigma that because this is a Black person behind this business, you have to be on point at all times, right? So I get what y'all saying in that regard. And then seeing it from this end, I just have that mentality, period, right? I always want to make sure that if you bite any of my plates, you dig into any of the food that I make, is the best food you ever had, right? Because that's the only impression I got. I may never see you again unless you hire me as a client, whatever, right? So there's that aspect. On the latter end, it's like, do I always get that? No. And then like most of my clientele is Black folks, but I noticed the physical language is always there. Just like, oh, you know how to cook, this and that, yada, 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 right? Up until they had the food, it's just like, damn, this is really good. But outside of that, it's like, I can tell immediately that the reactions I get, I'm almost 100% certain that it's not the case with other ethnicities and their businesses, right? There's a little more grace in that regard, right? It's like I can give these people over here a little more opportunity to let me down, if that makes sense. Because the one thing that wasn't discussed yet was the self-hatred aspect, which goes into whether or not a business is good as well. The same way it's easier for us to kill each other, the same way it's easier for us to be traitors to each other in all other sorts of ways. It's easy for you to walk into a Black business. I'm like, let me see if these niggas know what they're doing over here. Okay. Oh, I actually had a good experience versus walking in there and having that expectation, period. You walk in with a deficit mindset already until they prove you wrong. With other people, we don't do that shit. It's oh, it's nice. The food must be nice. And then the food is trash. It's oh, I guess, I went there before. It was all right. Versus a Black business, it's like, yo, bro, don't mess with them. It's trash over there. But you got Chinese people cooking rats and dogs and shit, calling it dim sum. And you going back every weekend with a side of rice. So.
Nay, what's your thoughts on it?
I'm kind of agreeing with Eddie and Bub. I think that we should give the same level of grace to our own that we give to everyone else. To be perfectly honest with you, any Black-owned business before it comes about, especially if it's a brick and mortar business, goes through your Chamber of Commerce. It has the backing from them, so they probably have already done some training and some professional development. You're going to have that backing. So I personally think that we should extend some level of grace to them so that, you can invest in your own people.
Yeah. I think one of the key components to it is that the starting point is different. So if you had to fund your own business, that is difficult, especially if you don't get funded. If you notice, they give us loans for houses and cars, right? We are loaned to less for small business loans, right? Because they know we want our car, they know we need our house, but they don't fund us in that way. So a lot of people are doing this shit out of pocket. So when they trying to do payroll, they literally robbing Peter to pay Paul. Because I've been there before.
Not necessarily, though. They have the federal funding.
No, that,
They have federal funding for small businesses. They do.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, if you look at those things, right, they do have a percentage that needs to be given to minority-owned businesses, right? But that is a percentage, and when it runs out, then what, right? And you can only account for fees that you can account for, right? You don't account for the water heater going out or the ice maker breaking down on you, right? So there's several things that happen that you need liquid cash on hand that we don't have. So when that payroll is a day late and maybe $1 short, is because he had to replace this, that, and the third. Right, these are things that we don't think about. But if you've never been in it, it's easy to say we can't give them grace, but this shit is hard for real.
But that's why I feel like we do have all these different things. You'll have grants and things for women-owned businesses, for minority-owned businesses, for locally owned businesses, and I felt like personally, Black people will get the most grants.
Prove it.
And just like that, reason why I wasn't even on last week was because
prove it though,
where it was a minority-owned business and a white-owned business.
Minority is not just niggas.
I know, but they say they don't want to say Black-owned mainly, so it'll be minority.
But it ain't though. I know specifically in Middletown, a bar, a restaurant did not get opened, and it was trying to be opened by a Black man. Right? We see that. They try to call these Italians minorities at some point because Hannibal took it over for 40 years and they had sex a little bit in Sicily. Right.
Well,
so
I voted no on somebody who was not Black. I voted yes to the Black.
Well, yeah, shout out to that. Right. But they can say minority and they can say women. And then with those two things, you can exclude niggas.
And that was the main reason why I voted no. I voted yes to the minority, which was not white. And it was a woman-owned business.
Yeah, got you. Anybody else want to get in on this? B, Isha, Mary?
I do. So I'm with A and Alex. Like, I don't believe that just because we're Black, we should be given grace. I'm big on customer service. So I've walked into an establishment where somebody, a Caucasian has been before me, and they're like, hey, good morning. How can I help you? And then they look at me and say, what's up? Like, I feel like I don't get the same, energy in return as I would give a Black business. Like, me being a Black person as well is just kind of like, okay, why don't you invest, that much energy into me being a Black person as I would you being a Black business? So I've had hairstylists that have been Black and they're not on time, or they're just, just not giving me the same energy that they would give a white person or a Caucasian person per se. So I'm not going to give you the same grace, especially when it comes to customer service. You either are going to be good to me during customer service or you're not going to be good to me during customer service. I don't care who you are, whether you be white, Black, yellow, green, red. I don't care. You know what I mean? I feel like a lot of these Black businesses try to get a pass from other people that are Black and just be like, oh, they're supposed to just, have this standard of me because we both Black. No, treat me the same that you're going to treat me as these Caucasian people that walk in this establishment. Don't treat me differently because you think we bros. Like, we're not. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like I don't think that I would get the same. In my experience, I haven't gotten the same respect as a Black woman walking to an establishment as somebody that would be white walking in right beside me. It's like they're more patient or they're more understanding. To me, they want to talk to me a certain kind of way. And it's just like, I don't want to walk in and be like, hey, what's up, sis? Like, no, don't talk to me like that. Talk to me how you just talk to this person over here. Like, tell me good morning. Tell me, what would you like? Or
so you don't like that
aspect? No.
Yeah, see, I think so. In DC, it's different. Like, white people be feeling some type way because I walk in and be like, oh, what's up, brother? And then we on that type of time. But one time I was like, my nigga, you lucky you Black, or else I'll be on your ass. So I feel like it's better that way, but maybe I'm bugging.
No,
Nate, you had your hand up.
The same respect.
Hold on, Mary, because you're gonna say the same thing over. Hold on. Go ahead, Nate.
It was when Mary was saying, and it's not just Mary, but everybody was saying like they don't get the same level of grace. And to be perfectly honest with you, we'll go shopping and Stop and Shop, and they may not give us the best customer service. Stop and Shop is a Belgian-owned company, but we're gonna shop heavy and Stop and Shop. We're not gonna say, you know what, it was poor customer service, I ain't going there. We're still gonna go, We're still gonna go there. And there's not a lot of black-owned supermarkets. I think there's like one that I've heard of somewhere in like Texas or something. But we'll still shop in these places. So I feel like, you know what, it should be a level of grace. I'm just saying it should be.
So now you saying we go to the next white-owned business, then the next white-owned business, and the next white-owned business, and allow them to do us dirty. But one black company will be like, you know what? Fuck all these niggas.
Yeah, that's what we'll end up doing.
No, but why don't you, as a black-owned company, treat me the same way that you treat these white people? Like, I feel like these black-owned companies give more to these white people that walk in their establishments than they do to black people.
Could it be that the white people are spending more money with them?
But that's what they assume. You know what I'm saying? You assume that because I'm black, maybe I don't have as much money as this white person. Because you'd be surprised. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and our people are quick to ask for a discount and not want to pay full price as well. So that could be.
So that goes both ways, Mary. Exactly what each of you said.
But that's what I'm saying. But treat me the same way that you're gonna treat these white people, and you'll see.
Okay, right. So say they give the white person one less cornbread and upcharge them. You want that treatment?
You said one less cornbread and upcharge. Listen, no, just treat me. Listen, customer service goes a long way. Customer service go a long way. Treat me the same way that you're gonna treat. And when I walk in a place, I expect to be greeted. I've been in black establishments where they just kind of disregard me. No, greet me the same way that you're gonna greet this white person that just walked in here. You know what I'm saying?
I flew America.
At the end of the day, money is still green.
But I flew American Airlines and I had a white person at the ticketing booth and they had the nastiest attitude. Did that mean I'm like, nah, I'm not flying American Airlines? No, the hell I'm not. I'm still gonna fly. I don't like your attitude, but I'm gonna still fly. And it's what it is.
Another example
and the black person was nicer.
Remember when Gucci?
I feel like a lot of black places when they come to black people walking in their establishment, like they feel like because you black, you gonna get it or you won't understand.
Or because they're black, they follow you around the store too.
Right.
Let Isha get the final comment on this one. What's up, Isha?
I agree with Bob because remember when Gucci had the blackface? And everybody was like, "Oh, we're not buying Gucci," but everybody Gucci down. Or H&M had the little black monkey. Oh, we're not shopping at H&M, but we still stop shopping at H&M. All they need to do is say, "I'm sorry," and we go back to give them our business. But black business, they can't even say sorry. We want to cut them off. We don't want to mentor them. We don't want to do anything. We just want to cut them off.
So we gave them grace, basically, so we can give our people grace too.
Absolutely.
H&M ain't even have to say sorry. Their shit just fits me. So it was a no-brainer.
Wow.
Interesting, man. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend and tell a friend. That is an interesting conversation, man. A lot of dope takes, you know what I mean? I think I just had to expound on the funding thing because I think that does make a difference when you're talking about quality when they start, right? And if you ever had to put that pain in, it's different. You know what I'm saying? With that money, you don't know where it's coming, all types of shit, especially if you got brick and mortar, to Nate's point, you know? But shout out to that, man. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend and tell a friend. All right, next topic. Let me share this real quick. All right. Y'all can see my screen? Nope, not yet. No, hold on. There we go. Y'all good now?
Yeah.
All right.
Hello, melanated people. Welcome to Melanated Empowered News on YouTube, where we do as we say and help spread melanated empowered news. Especially when the mass media try to paint our people one way, we're going to help paint them the correct way. To give encouragement to the young kings and queens watching that you too can go against the odds and do whatever you want to do in life. I don't care what they told you. Your black is beautiful, okay? But let's get into today's story, y'all. A former adult star who went by the name of Jasmine Cashmere, who's done hundreds of movies, quote unquote, has now turned her life over to Christ and is a born-again Christian, as well as a pastor in Chicago. And a lot of her old fans are shocked. She's been doing this for a while now, but it recently went viral when someone saw a video of her and was like, hold up, ain't that Jasmine? Yeah, they put one and two together, so here we are. I guess people ain't really know it was her because she's been preaching under her real name, Nicole B. But yeah, in her sermon, she lets it be known that if she can do it, you can too. That she's been through a lot in life, But she does not let that define who she is, whether it be from her laying on her back just to pay the rent and so forth. And she has also revealed that her own mother abandoned her since birth at the hospital. That's crazy. You just never know what someone has been through or is going through that makes them do certain things in life. So with that being said, we definitely want to congratulate this queen for turning her life around and turning it over to the higher power. You go, girl.
Y'all know who this is?
Well,
you're gonna try to catch us up, Ham.
Do y'all know who this is?
No.
Nah.
Okay. Well, I do.
I plead the fifth.
I don't plead the fifth.
I've heard of her before.
She had this one barbershop scene. Well, never mind. But yo, so that's Jasmine Cashmere. This is like 4 years, 5 years. She's been out the industry, I think, since 2016. So that's what, 7 years, 6 years. So she, like she said, y'all got the gist of it. Hundreds of movies. Now she a pastor in Chicago. So we talking about grace and who is given to. So I was gonna put, should hoes be afforded more grace, but then that narrows it down because no chick thinks she a hoe, right? No chick ever be like, yeah, I was a hoe. So let's just talk about
it's
it.
levels
Right?
to the whole shit.
Yeah.
Remember that.
So I wanted to include all levels of said wholeness. So should women be given grace in terms of the sexual liberation? In terms of sexual liberation?
Only God can judge her.
No, negative. There we go with that bullshit.
Go ahead, B. Go ahead.
No.
B.
No.
As long as it's less than 2,000.
Let B get it in.
That's bullshit. Okay, only God can judge. No, the Bible says judge righteously.
Don't get caught up in that. B.
All right, but anyway. All right. Ooh, this is that's a tough one.
So you know how men are judgmental if women have sex with too many niggas, and that could be subjective based on the man, based on her age, based on where she lived, based on what she whatever. But we don't give that much grace regardless of the reason. So that's kind of, if I was being more pointed, the Q's point about the initial question. So should we give them more grace?
Mm-hmm.
Even if they've been fucking and all that?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we give y'all grace.
Not y'all. It's not your turn. Damn.
Whose turn is it?
I can't.
He don't be knowing what he's talking about.
Listen, I'm gonna be nice to you if you're nice to me, Mary.
I be trying.
Go ahead,
Come on, B. Spit it out.
Answer the question.
I can't see to where I don't see it. Because I just can't see to where I can't see it. Keep that thing precious is what I say.
He don't even like women.
Yeah, I'm not even keeping it precious.
Don't
do that to him.
Yo. All right, come on, y'all. Come on. Because y'all say a lot of fucking dumb shit too. And I ain't cutting y'all off. Go ahead, B.
I say no. I don't see it. That's just me personally. I say no. Because when you have that high body count and that thing raises up, it's like you can't come back from that. Like, how do you come back from being a porn star? Like, how do you come back from that? Like, I can't see it, but that's just me personally.
Can we define sexual liberation first because are we being specific to body count, or are we just speaking in general about what it is that she may or may not like sexually?
Like the body, the things that she would be not giving grace for. So if she like anal sex, we not fucking judging her off that, right? I never really heard a woman exclude a man or a man exclude a woman because she wanted anal sex or something like that. So if she wanted to explore in the bedroom, I don't think men are too, you know what I mean, standoffish about that. But we talking about what what it is, right? 2,000 bodies, 6 bodies, 4 bodies.
Fuck no.
Hey, yo, B.
No grace.
B.
I feel like every man got a right to like choose. Like I don't feel like.
Let me just make sure he done. Is that it, B?
Yeah. She ain't getting no grace from me. Hell no, bitch. I got that half. No.
That was fucking uneventful as hell, man. Go ahead, Mary.
Right.
A lot of times I feel like somebody, when it comes to that type of thing, somebody should be judged in regards to who they are when they're with you. Now, of course, 2,000 bodies is extreme.
Put him in the fucking bedroom. Get him out of here. Come on.
No, honestly, like we're gonna say 2,000 bodies is definitely extreme. If you're ran through, that's extreme. But if you're with somebody and you're not fucking 200 niggas, why does it matter? Like a lot of times these niggas are with bitches that they don't know used to sell pussy. Like I watched this, I could watch a girl on social media that her nigga don't know that she used to sell pussy, but she was on a goddamn website selling pussy. Like you don't even know that. You get what I'm saying? But because of that's how she act when she with you, it is what it is. Honestly,
what happens when he knows though?
What happened when he knows? That's up to him. He might just be like, you know what? As long as you're not fucking all these niggas while you with me, it don't matter. It's dependent on who you're. It's dependent on who you're with. If that man decides that he's okay with it, then he's okay with it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because
does that man exist?
fucking 200 niggas ain't gonna determine the size of your coochie hole. That's all dependent on your body and your muscles.
And men do the same exact thing.
You had your turn. You had
the fucking floor.
Now, me personally, I would not sleep with a bunch of niggas. I can't. That's just not something I'm into. But I'm not gonna be like the next nigga won't like another. You know how many niggas out here be wifing stripper bitches that fuck niggas? Fucked a lot of niggas for some extra change. Okay. Like, and they, because the bitch bad, they like, all right, cool. Like, ain't nothing wrong with that.
Okay. All right. Go ahead, Eddie.
I just think you're talking about bottom of the barrel men. If y'all done this on several episodes, man, y'all make these extreme examples. It's like no man of any type of decency or any type of legitimate background and has respect for himself is remotely entertaining any woman that has a ridiculous background like that. And we've said this before, like, we'll smash her, but we're not going to take her seriously. And you say, like, we might not know her background. Just like, nah, we do our own investigations as well. It's just like, it just doesn't, I don't know any dudes that'll marry a stripper. That's ridiculous.
But then what does that say about y'all as men if you'll smash her knowing all of that? You're talking about the women and, you know, they're just giving themselves and being loose. But what does that say about them?
Anything about me? It says that I know how to make decisions, and it says that I know how to protect myself.
You just smash anything. You stick your dick in anything.
A lot of you don't know how much women slept with. A lot of you do not know. I'm being honest with you. As a woman, a lot of you niggas do not know how many men a woman has.
I know, because I'll get you tested, and if you just burn through the test, then
you can get tested and be clean. That does not determine how many men a woman has slept with.
Yeah, we just
go. But again, if I'm just smashing you, that doesn't matter. If I'm not looking to put a ring on your finger,
I'm not gonna know.
So then you don't care about your own self thing. So that means
I do. I just said I'm getting you tested. I don't want you burning through me like you burn through the streets. So
you would never know how many men a woman has slept with. You would never. You will never
again,
know.
If I make that decision, y'all agree with me. Y'all just want to hear
your own. You slept with 3 men. That's the answer. It's 3.
No, you got to multiply that by 3.
It's just 3.
And then by 5.
And that's 3 times 3 is only 9.
Like y'all are agreeing with me, but y'all don't want to admit to that. Like y'all have this sister code that y'all try to uphold.
Admit to what? I'm just saying, you would never know. You would never know how many.
What he's saying is, Mary, yeah, you don't know, but what we go off what we do know or what we think or what we feel. And so if we feel, think, or know any of those numbers being excessively high, shit.
Put him in the fucking bedroom. Get him out of here.
That's what he going off. So you making that point is moot.
But you could be missing out on the woman of your dreams.
Yeah,
I'm not missing out on her.
How many people she has?
I'm not missing out on her. She's still in my dreams.
How many partners a woman has had has nothing to do with how she treats
it does. Man,
they said they want virgins.
No, it doesn't. It has nothing to do with how she treats you.
It's like we talk about this episode to episode, and then y'all just like
as long
wait 1 year and after other.
100 niggas while she with you, it shouldn't matter.
Well,
it does matter. Absolutely matters.
Why?
If you I-95 out here versus a private street, everybody's on I-95, and the tolls don't stop them either. Ain't even no toll lady no more. You just go right through.
Yeah, the toll lady done. Let me
But
get.
that
Let me
don't
get.
that don't mean that don't teach you any different.
Let me get Isha then Alex. So there's a stat. I can get it for you guys and I'll give you the reference. But it says the more partners a woman had when she gets married, those marriages fail almost 20 or 30% more than when a woman has like 1 to 3 partners, 3 to 10 partners, so on and so forth. So that number correlates to failed marriages. Why is that? That last part was a rhetorical question, but just ponder on that for a second. Isha, what you think?
As it relates to the lady being a pastor,
If you want to talk about her,
well, I'm gonna bring it, to the Bible, I guess.
there is
a story in the Bible about Gomer and Hosea, and she was a prostitute.
Wow.
God told him to marry this prostitute, but because she had so much trauma, so women do things out of trauma, right? And there is redeeming qualification. Right? So I think that you can change.
Because the father gave her
the word
grace,
trauma.
so we got to give her
Each
grace.
one teach one. She
Come
pulling up
on.
another boards and she changing them.
hold on.
When
Isha
you're
made
making
up.
your
Wait, Eddie, wait. Isha, let Isha bring this point home though, because I think
I'm just saying, like, she can reach a whole nother generation of women now because she's experienced that. She can talk about it. I'm not going to judge that woman. She changed. Each one teach one.
Yeah, but you're not smashing her. I am. So that's like all this rhetoric is nonsensical. That's what I'm
It
saying.
still
Like y'all
feel
just
the
want
same
to
when you smashing her. It still feel the same. When you smashing her, it still feel the same. That's just it.
But just because that disqualifies her from you, some other man wants her. Like B probably want her.
All right, I'm gonna go on mute on that one.
It be like women.
Hey yo, B, they be trying to kill you on the low, man. You gotta fight back, yo.
Yo.
How you say, go ahead, Alex.
Come on, Isha.
Listen, bottom line is give the grace the same way we give the grace. Niggas be trying to come fuck us.
Let me get Alex. Hey, Mary, please, can I get somebody else, please?
All right, go ahead.
Thanks. Go ahead, Alex.
So I think a couple things.
Hey, Mary, you the man. Go ahead.
I think as women get older, depending on the age of the woman, it wouldn't be surprised that she has more sexual partners. So I think that's also something to consider. And I also think for the age of the man also, as you age, when men are in their mid 30s, if they've gone to college, you're going to add on additional bodies, so to speak. But I also think in terms of sexual liberation, with what Mary said, depending on how a woman carries herself, you're not going to know how many people she's dealt with. You're not going to know. Because who's to say that, to Eddie's point, talking about as long as she's clean and this, then the third, a lot of times there's women who contract things who weren't necessarily sexually promiscuous. So that mentioning that was neither here nor there. It was irrelevant, right? And in a lot of situations, the people who tend to be a little bit more promiscuous, those are the ones who are frequently getting tested for things. So I just want to just take that out of the mix. And speaking to Ham's point about the marriage and correlating to that, my only theory and thought about that would be that maybe she's, with her having all of these different bodies, and when it comes to the marriage, she's not taking it serious. Maybe she had so many sexual partners because she wasn't in tune with what she liked sexually. She has some other issues going on into why she decides to not stick through relationships and not wanting to have a continuous partner with things. So I don't necessarily think about her being a whole, but I definitely think if we're talking about the term of giving grace, sure, why not? People have their sexual experiences and they have their relationships as it comes to sex for a variety of different reasons. But I don't I'm kind of struggling on the term grace. And I say that specifically for a man because if a woman carries herself a certain way, you're not going to know. And a lot of times, all the women who are overly sexual, who appear to be that way, when it comes down to actually getting it in, they're not like that. Just like a lot of men who have all this boastful talking and conversation about sex. When I get to you, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And the ones who overly speak about sex, a lot of the times, when it goes down and it happens, what you were saying doesn't match up to what actually happened. So those are things that I think about. But again, Eddie, please don't just think because she's hasn't had a lot of bodies that she may be the clean one. Like, don't think that. Don't think that at all, because that is not true by any means.
Yeah, he said he thinking that on mute. What up, Bob?
Yo, man. Hey, hold on, man. Alex, that was funny. Hey, yo, fellas. Yo, I'm going with the ladies on this one.
Mm-hmm.
Dead ass. And I'm gonna tell you why. I do. Hold on, Pete Game. I do believe women do deserve some type of grace when it comes to sexual liberation, and I'm only going off of speculation, right? Now, there's I ain't even going front. When I'm online and I see women that I know used to be jump offs back in the days, and I see that, they pretty much turn their lives around, I ain't going front, yo. I'll be happy for them, yo. I'll be happy for them. But you know what? The reason I'll be happy for them is because they exited the areas that they were known to be holes in. Nah, I'm keeping it funky. So they left and they pretty much created this whole new identity. So homeboy that they with now don't know anything about their past. So now they done built the whole happy family. They got kids. You know what I'm saying? Everybody look happy, smiling. Family pictures look popping. So I can't say nothing bad. As long as it ain't with me, my family, or my friends, absolutely you deserve some grace.
Yo,
but you just gotta move away, love. You just gotta move away. I'm sorry.
So the grace is given because the proximity changed to the niggas that know. Okay.
On my end, absolutely. So ladies, I'm with y'all, but y'all ass better keep it pushing. You better move. I'm changing my mind.
that's a roundabout agreeing with the ladies. So she can't stay home.
Nope. Nope.
Oh man, Nay. So what's all the shit you was yelling out earlier? Go ahead.
I was saying.
What'd you say?
No, because everybody's like, women shouldn't get some level of grace. Yes, they should. Isha was over here preaching. She's right. They be talking about you can't turn a hoe into a housewife. Yes, you can, because I know some people too. That was they was doing a thing back in the day, and now they all married and living their best lives. I'm like, you know what? I'm happy for you. You change your life around. So yes, you can, because God forgives too. So you know what? It's cool. God gives grace. So we should be able to give grace too. Like, you know what? It's cool. That's if you turn your life around, I'm all here for it. Turn your life around. Do the damn thing.
Let me ask the fellas a question, right? Because we always talk about what's a lot of bodies, right? So let's say a chick was having sex since she was 18. That's fair, right? Is that good? Is that decent? That's not too early. Isha, go ahead. Unmute.
That's not too early. That's kind of late.
I said 15.
For women.
15,
ooh, I was
right?
late.
so I'm saying 18. All right, let's try to, you know what I mean? Let's say she was reserved in high school, right? So if she's 28 and she dates 2 people a year, she's not finding the right person. How many is that? 10 times 2?
That's
20. Is that a lot?
Like, that's 22 months for me.
Yeah, the older a woman gets, you can imagine to account for more bodies. Same
but,
with men.
Yeah, but
I'm
saying
for more bad decisions.
But that example, if she been dating though, does that make is that feasible? That she's dated a couple niggas per year. She got some bunts. She gave us some cheeks. It didn't work. She keep it pushing. niggas lying to her, niggas doing this, that, and the third, right? Maybe she have a couple one night stands. Maybe she say fuck it for a half a year. Then she go back, niggas is playing some more, and she get the 20. Is that far fetched though?
Not really, but we're gonna call you a jump after 10 anyways, regardless.
Are you really asking what's her number, her body count? Because if she went to college, Lord, if she went to college, are we really asking her body count?
Yeah.
Gentlemen, are y'all asking body counts at y'all big ages?
Because that's corny.
We old, Alex. I gotta get Q in too still, but go ahead, eh?
Nah, we not asking, but we can tell based on how easy we get it, based on a lot of other things. Yeah. So, but in terms of the grace, I think, in terms of what they can do, right? So, like, you was a jump off, now you a pastor, cool. I'm definitely all for us learning from our mistakes. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't limit to how effective you can be in terms of affecting the community. But in terms of relationships, it matters, especially as a woman. How many men you have given, who you have allowed to like enter you matters, right? Like how Hemp gave the statistic with the more men you are with, the more likely you are to get a divorce. Like, so it matters. You being used to different men, you not being used to sticking with one man, you like in a collection of all of these different things and so many different men making you more liable to cheat, making you more liable to not want to stay. All of these things matter. So probable, right? We know possible, probable. The likelihood of me wanting to deal with a woman who have had all of those things is going to be a lot harder. It's going to be a lot more things that will have to be that need to be overcome in order for it to be successful. So from that standpoint, I'll definitely give you grace in terms of what you want to do, in terms of how effective you are with everything else. But the chances of me wifing you, and I know y'all say how you gonna know. We're only talking about if we know.
Question.
Right. That's the only thing we're talking about.
I got a question for you, Adrian.
Right.
You ain't never married somebody you hit on the first night. I'm just absolutely.
Put him in the fucking bed.
Hey, absolutely. But listen, hold on. Because to the point with it, but to the point, Hemp talked about too, like, I'm also divorced from her too. And it's not to say that she had a lot of bodies. You know what I'm saying? And I'm keeping it real. She wasn't promiscuous like that. It was just right time, right? You know what I'm saying? Boom, boom. I put that magic on. You know what I'm saying?
But you can't judge somebody because they slept with somebody on the first night. Like you just said, she wasn't promiscuous.
Right, but what I'm saying is, typically women who are doing that, they come with a lot of other things too. Like you said, it's typically women who are sexually promiscuous. There's a lot of trauma with that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of lack of love for self. So the relationship automatically is going to be more difficult because of they don't even love themselves enough. Hence why I'm divorced. So
what if she decided she just wanted to just do her thing for that one night? She's like, yeah, I want to do what dudes do, and just like I'm gonna just.
Yeah, that's that, and that's how it was. Right? So I'm gonna tell you what's crazy, because when I seen her the next day, because we were going to the same school, we didn't even know we was at the same school. Getting our masters at USC, because I met her in Charlotte. So I'm like, oh, you did it, boom, boom. So I hit her up. I'm thinking it's all love. I go to give her a hug. She's like, nigga, what you doing? I'm like, dang, what you mean? Like, I just, you know what I'm saying? We just had this whole moment last week and I can't even get a hug now. She's like, nah, I really don't know you like that. So I'm like, dang, I caught you on the right day. So it does happen. You know what I'm saying?
That was her sexual liberation.
Well, yeah, that's where they don't. That's where women don't get afforded the grace, though. I guess if we exploring. Q, what you think, man?
God damn, y'all to fuck this whole question up. Because what it sounds like you're saying is, should men extend grace to women for their sexual liberation? So my answer to that question would be yes. My answer to the overall question would be yes. But there's stipulations, and I think nobody really hit on these stipulations. You have to take into consideration identity. So how well this person knows themselves would be dependent on how many people they're sleeping with. If you're just out there fucking to be fucking, it's probably because you don't know a goddamn thing about yourself. I think timing is also important. So I know Alex mentioned something kind of similar to that. If you're just coming out of that whole life, you're still carrying the essence of that last person that you fucked with. So to go into a new relationship with that energy, with that essence of that previous person, you're automatically walking into that with that relationship, that foundation being rocky. You know what I'm saying? However, if you can say that there's the appropriate amount of timing and that by this time that person knows who they are, I think grace should be extended off the top. And it sounds like this lady who turned her life around may have been at that point by the time she met the guy that she wanted to be with. So at that point, the body count really doesn't matter. But again, if you're dealing with somebody that they're still kind of connected to that life, they fucked some said person, I don't know, a month prior to you, then they about to fuck another person in like another 2 days. Obviously, you don't want to be a part of none of that. You're not extending grace to shit, no matter if she want a relationship. Because she don't even know who she is. She's not ready for that.
Okay. Do you believe in soul ties, Q? You believe in soul ties?
I do.
Okay. I tried, guys, but go ahead, B.
Oh, I just want to say something real quick. See, I won't have that problem in life because remember, I was talking to Hamp one day, and Hamp said if a woman ever gives me some cheeks too easily, not to wife her. So I won't have that problem in life. See, that's what happens when you have a big brother in your life. He gives you good advice. So you see, I'm able to avoid that. If I get some cheeks on the first night, I know not to wife her. See, I ain't gonna say that part, but I know not to wife her. That's right.
Indeed. I was gonna let it go, but I can't. So what Isha was referring to in Hosea 1 is not fucking that. I tried. I couldn't help it though.
Let's talk about it because did he not marry a prostitute?
Here we go with the question.
Not Hosea 1.
Okay, but he did because him. Go ahead, him.
Yes,
go ahead, Pastor him.
Okay, Hosea, right, was ordained by the Most High to take this land. The land, if you read the whole chapter, which I know you Christians don't like to do, was full of whores. It was just a whore town, right? So he said, okay, go to Gomer, get her pregnant. You have a son named Jezreel. You're going to be numerous in number under him. I forget the second son's name. And then the third daughter was not even his people. God didn't even take the daughter as his own. He only took the first two sons. But what happened is Hosea got Gomer pregnant. They expanded, went to war, took the land. It don't say shit about how righteous she was or nothing. It's just it's a bunch of whores go to this bitch.
Either way,
and that's how God used to talk.
Whores was used for a lot of great things in the Bible. So if that whore wanted to be used
to make babies,
to free them other whores, let her be used
to make babies. That's what they use the whore for,
right? And that other whore, that's the pastor. She's freeing these other whores. So
what I'm saying is,
being used
you gotta chill with these fucking embellished stories.
Let the Lord use her.
We can just be yelling shit out, and Janae be doing this.
Come
on, man.
Get him out of here.
Just because I be knowing the story, so
we'll have Bible study another day. The point is, God used that whore just like He used Rahab, and who's the prostitute whore that's preaching? He's using her too.
Well, yeah, he used their vaginas, so I'll give you that. That I used the name of vaginas that the Most High used in the Bible. I like it. Hey, man, listen. I try to let it go, but you should get on my nerves, that shit. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. All right, we got one more for y'all. All right. This the headline. Feel me? Let me know if you can see the screen, all right? I'm yelling, so I know I'm probably loud as shit in this mic.
Yeah, you hype over there.
Yeah, she always doing that to me, man. Y'all can see my screen? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. All right, that's it. All right. I'm just so sick of these niggas, man. All right, did y'all see the video? Do I need to play it again?
No.
Nah.
So did you see how this cocoon ass nigga was acting? What did she do that was so astronomical?
Yeah.
It's like white man can't jump. This motherfucker made a one-hand dunk that niggas do every single day, and they throw a party. This girl from the Caucasus Mountains of Georgia, Russia, didn't do much of anything. She did one mega knee and touched the ground, and this nigga fainted. Come on, man.
Put him in the fucking bedroom. Get him out of here. Come.
I seen Isha do that. I mean, well, never mind. That was back in the day. And Williams Hall and shit, but whatever. So, like, I seen black women do numerous of dances. That wasn't it. So, Eddie, where the fuck you at?
He was talking to somebody in the background.
Do blacks give more grace to others than we do our own? So I use that video because we see it all the time. We see TikToks, they doing our dances, they steal them. It's one white person to see a niggas and they applaud it, overshare it, everything else, right? When we talk about the Kanye situation, right? He was going at who he was going at. The George Floyd comment, I get it. But then we canceling them just like they canceling them. Right and left. Regardless of him apologizing to us, we still mad at him. You know what I mean? So do blacks give more grace to others than our own? Go ahead, Q.
Yeah, I figured I wanted to go first because I feel like I got the answer, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
I got the answer, Sway. I feel like it's mental fuckery. I feel like black people in this country mentally are so fucked up as far as conditioning when it comes to, I'll just say it, the Caucasian race. So you see that shit on the job where we'll extend more grace to our white coworkers. White woman could come in there all bad body shape, talking to you spicy, and you ain't about to talk to her the way you talk to your mama. You feel what I'm saying? You see it in show business, apologizing to one community without apologizing to the other. You see it in fucking just about anything. We are conditioned to see white people as superior. Therefore, we act accordingly. And with our own people, we be like, fuck niggas. I don't fuck with them niggas. I don't talk to them niggas. So I'm speaking for, as a whole, black people. Not me. Not me. Because if I don't fuck with you, I don't give a fuck what your race is. It's fuck you on site in that order. But the majority of black people in this country, I feel like are so mind fucked and conditioned to seeing white people as superior that we will extend grace to them for everything that we don't give to our own people.
B.
It's cancel culture, but go ahead.
Word. Go ahead. Are you good?
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, give Dahmer the same energy we giving Kanye. This nigga was eating people. Ain't nobody outraged that shit is on Netflix making mad money. That's a sick film. But we mad at Kanye. Oh, don't buy his sneakers and burn his shit.
What's your thoughts, B?
Absolutely. I think we extend grace to more to others than we do to our own. Q made a very good point. We would be like, fuck him. We're not gonna fuck with him like that. Blah blah blah. I've noticed in the black community we're very quick to write off our own. The things that we do to others, we really won't do more so to others, as we are so quick to do to our own. So I say, yeah. To answer the question, yeah, we don't extend a lot of grace to our own, but we'll extend a little bit more to others. I would say so.
You say a little bit more.
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah.
So a little bit more, a lot to others.
A lot.
Huh?
Huh? Yeah. What's your question?
I mean, unless I'm talking about women, it's just like, you know what I mean? So I'm trying to help you like give more. So like you saying we give a little bit to others, a little bit more grace. So if you give niggas one grace, you give other races two grace.
Right, because what I'm saying is like, let's say if there's something that goes on in the community, we'll be like, okay, F him, screw him, whatever, whatever. But when it's, someone of the other race, we're not as quick to jump on their backs about what they're doing to us. So that's why I'm saying we'll extend a lot more grace to other races than we would to our own.
Is that a problem?
Absolutely, that's a problem.
What you gonna do to change it?
Well, you know what? I haven't found out that resource yet. Haven't not found out that solution.
Okay. All right. Good job, B.
Thank you, sir.
Isha.
Hey, hold on. Before you talk, yo, chill, Mario. You know what I'm saying? You see her, B? You see her, bro?
Go ahead, Mary. Go ahead.
I didn't do anything, first of all. Second of all, I feel like sometimes Black people get in a point where they're like a pick me, just to kind of level up in a way, kind of what Kanye West has been doing. But it's just, I feel like they do give more grace to other races.
What do you mean though? You talking about like we code switch, like in a business environment or something like that?
Yeah, absolutely.
And you saying we shouldn't?
I'm saying you should be aware of what's going on. I'm not saying you should. I feel like you should be more aware, not standing who you are, but also be aware of what's going on in regards to the other races. Like I feel like, especially when it comes to a business or corporate aspect, be aware of what's going on the other end, but don't necessarily forget what the path is in a way. So, stay who you are, like be Black, stand in who you are as a Black person, be who you are. But it's okay to learn how they do things to be able to get where they are so that you can change it. If that makes sense.
Yeah, makes sense. Okay. What's up, Adrian?
I feel like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I even think about what I was talking about earlier with the Black-owned businesses. I still stand on it though, in terms of me working for one. But I like what Q was saying too. I think we so messed up in the head with, and Eddie was touching on it with the self-hatred, to where like it's so ingrained that we don't even see it, yo. We don't even see it with the lack of forgiveness. And then you have the ones who, when you do have the insight to see what's going on, and you are trying to educate others or bring others on the same page, after just keep getting rejected from trying to tell the truth, it's like, all right, pump it. I wash my hands with y'all because y'all don't want to listen anyway. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of the trauma and things that are done now outside of the systemic things that we talking about, but we hurt each other so much. We kill each other. We take advantage of each other. We're manipulating each other. Like we're causing each other so much pain, the way that we treat each other. So it's hard to extend grace when we're the ones hurting each other too. So I feel like it's difficult on so many different areas. And, I don't know how we come out of it. We always talk about how we so divided. It's like everybody talks about all of the problems, and I don't really see us ever coming together to getting on one page, because everybody wants to be the leader, everybody wants to be the chief, and so we will never be on the same page. We all fingers, we all want to do whatever we want to do to make it happy, and we're not gonna go one way to prioritize one thing, right? We're not gonna say, okay, let's prioritize the community, let's prioritize the children. We're gonna stay divided on so many things that I don't see how we ever come out of the position pretty much that we in. or our mindset as a whole, as a people, as a community.
Okay. Nay, what you think?
Yes. So do I think that we give more grace to others and ourselves? Yes, I do. That's because a lot of times Black folks, we be shucking and jiving for these white people. We doing what we got to do to try to come up a lot of times. And we want to appease them so that we can level up. A lot of times that's what happens. So I don't think that we're giving that grace, that same amount of grace to our own. But we're going to appease the white people all day.
So you think we let them get away with a lot of shit?
White people, yeah, we will. We want because we want to come up in whatever we're doing. So we kind of like, all right, I'm gonna be a little bit complacent. I'm gonna just just let this. All right, it's okay. And sometimes there's an ulterior motive while we're doing that. That happens sometimes too. Sometimes I think that's what Kanye was doing. It's like he has an ulterior motive, but it's another topic for another day. But yeah.
But ain't you about the bag though? I remember you.
Oh, I'm about the bag.
Explicitly saying that. So how does
that don't
that
mean
work?
that I'm gonna just shuck and jive for the white people. No.
But I thought that's how we get the bag though.
It depends. Sometimes we do
now it
that.
depends. Okay.
It is circumstantial. I mean, it does depend on the situation, but I don't think that everybody does that. Some of us do, yeah, but not everybody does it.
You think you would have the heart to do what Kanye did?
To not be liked?
Well, to lose $1.5 billion.
If it means I'm being honest, well, then God gonna give me whatever I deserve. Whatever, like God's gonna bless me regardless. So that's how I feel.
What are you talking about?
I feel like God's gonna bless me regardless. So if I lose something, then okay, God's gonna bless me anyway. I don't have to sit there and be like, oh well, I have to shuck and jive for the man, and I'm gonna lose everything. If God wanted me to lose it, okay, that means there's something else around the corner for me.
He should say something.
I'm just gonna go back to the video. I think a lot of times, with Black people, it's if we seen a Black woman dancing like that on the internet, it's she's shaking her ass, she's twerking, she only got ass to offer. But when we see a white girl do it, she can dance. It's an art form. Look at her. So I definitely think that we give white people a lot more grace than we give our people, because it's like, for some people, not myself, they set the standard of what perfection is or something. But they're actually a group of people who don't have their own culture, taking culture from other people.
And I don't think it matters. She was just getting it in. She was having fun, whatever. So she took something from a Black girl. Okay.
Wow.
If she did, if a Black woman did it, yeah, we are gonna call her a whore, whatever.
But would it have went viral if it was a Black girl doing that dance?
Probably not. If it went viral, it would be for a negative reason. And that started with us.
But why'd you say it's okay? But you said it's okay. She's just having fun.
She is having fun. I don't see anything wrong with her doing that now to be viral for it. I mean, it's a dance.
But Isha's speaking to the appropriation. So you saying that's all? It's all good.
She can have fun. She can dance. That doesn't mean it needs to be viral for her doing that. She's just dancing. Okay, so you dance, all right? Yeah.
But listen to what Isha said though. She said if we did it, it wouldn't be championed.
No,
but you're saying it's okay because she was having fun.
I think she's having fun. I don't see anything wrong with her having fun. I don't think that it needs to go viral for her just dancing. She's dancing, okay, but it went viral because she's a white person. I don't understand the reason why she went viral, but
that's the grace that's been given to other people.
Yeah, like when we say you stole my shit, you didn't even do it good, and yet you popped off for that. I'm supposed to be okay with that? Nay?
No, I mean, no.
But you said you're okay with it.
I'm okay with her dancing. I don't care if she dancing, okay, and dance, girl. But as far as like her being viral, her being viral, I don't see why she's viral for something that we do. I don't understand that. She dancing though. I don't see anything wrong with her dancing. Go ahead, dance.
I wish she would have fucking broke a fucking ankle. What's up, Eddie?
I think there's a missing component there because
I'm gonna get
as Nate's point said, like there's like a little bit of grace there. That's like I don't really care because she's dancing. Like, if you want to dance, dance. But it's that fine line right there that Q mentioned earlier. It's just like, okay, we giving this white girl all this grace, right? But this is something we are horrible at. We don't protect, like we don't block out people from our culture from even thinking of the idea of stealing the shit. So the idea of giving her grace because she a white girl, she dancing or whatever she dance, she probably shouldn't even know the dance if we kept it in house, right? Like everything we put out, they take, and we not the ones monetizing on it. So, but whatever. I didn't even see that video, honestly.
Yeah, it was just a white girl that couldn't dance that was dancing. And
devils
it
be
was Nick.
dancing.
Yeah, exactly. Niggas surrounded her, and then that dude, she touched the ground with two of her hands, and the dude passed out like she did something amazing.
But that's his fault. That's his fault for making it seem like it was something bigger than what it really was. Like, that ain't got nothing to do with her. Like, we know it's mediocre, but like, why did he make it seem like it was bigger than what it was?
Because it's not just him. That happens all the time. I just used that video as an example.
Yeah.
And then black people be inviting her to the cookout. She did that.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, whose fault is it? Is it her? Are we going to look down on her for trying to do it? Or are we going to look down on the culture for trying to make it look like a big deal?
Both.
The culture. It's on us.
That's what I feel like. I feel like it's on us for making it seem like it's way bigger than what it really was.
Yo, did you have this Tupac nose ring last time, Mary?
What?
It was real shiny for like a second. I'm like, what is that?
My nose ring has always been there.
I ain't a killer, but don't push me.
So isn't that it though, Bub? Right there, what Mary said. She said, "Well, it ain't her fault."
Well, no, I'm leaning more.
Well, I'm just wondering, is that the grace that we're talking about, or should we say this our culture, this is ours, this, that, and the third? It wasn't that good, so on and so forth.
We should, but that ain't never gonna happen though.
Well, we as a people are just welcoming, and we have been welcoming and forgiving since the beginning of time, right? We accept
No,
things.
we haven't. I disagree.
We accept things from other cultures, and it could be to going to Nate's point of because of financial reason, right? We don't want to lose that relationship. We don't want to break that. I think when it comes to do Black give more grace to others, I think what it is that we look at them and we say we have a mentality of, well, they don't know no better. But us as Black people, now you know better. Why would you go and do that? We'll say that to our own. We'll say that, but when other people do it, we kind of like pass it off as like, you should know better. I think now in recent time, we are startable for when they do the fuck shit that they do. No, you knew better. At your big age, you should have known better. With technology, with everything that's out, we say you should have known better, right? But
not as much as we should, though, Alex.
Right, I agree with you. Not as much as we should. We're getting there, but I definitely feel and believe that we still have this conditioning of, well, they don't know any better.
Well, like Nate was saying, I feel like we try to stay. I feel like we keep trying to invite them into our culture because we need them for financial gain. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'll give you an example. I remember when I was in college when Eminem was getting hot. Right? I copped like his first 2 albums. Right? It was alright. I ain't gonna front. I liked them. But then I started feeling funny when our own culture was trying to say he was the best at something that we fucking started. How he the best? How y'all giving him the crown? Are you fucking stupid?
Eminem fire though. Eminem fire though.
Nah, but the crown goes to the man right behind Bob.
Listen. We don't give this man no crown. You crazy?
Yeah.
You know how many people way better than this dude? But we just going off of album sales. That's it. Like, we gotta knock that shit off, man. Bruh, we going off of album sales.
He's not fire. He can rap. There's a difference.
There's a lot of people.
The way he rap.
There's a lot of people way better than him. But we just going off of his celebrity and how much he's accomplished more than what some of our own have accomplished. You know what I'm saying? That's all we basing it off.
You're a good rapper. You're a good rapper. Like, I don't
listen. You ain't, hey Nate, you ain't hear what I said. I mean, Mary, when he first came out, yeah, I like the dude. Yeah, he got skills, but once our own people started saying that he the best, knock that shit the fuck off. He ain't the
Yeah, that
best.
shit was problematic for me. I'm just like,
You know what I'm saying? He ain't the best. Stupid.
he's nice. He's very, very
He's
good.
still top
Not the
5.
best. Here we go, man. Come
Bro.
on.
Bub, I'm sorry for
My number one is
Listen.
Biggie. Sorry.
Listen, and I don't want to turn this into a whole. I just use that as an example. You know what I'm saying? So what we tend to do is we want to stay close to the others that we think we can gain some financial. You know what I'm saying? Gain from. You know what I'm saying? Like, granted, I respect everything that he did for 50, but that's one dude. You know what I'm saying? And 50 has skills. He changed the game when he first came out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So now to this day, this guy feels like he's indebted to him because he put him on. Yeah, I get it to a certain extent, but come on now, he ain't the fucking GOAT. Stupid? Knock it off, man.
Yeah. I think, you know what's crazy? I think what Eminem did for 50, Griselda, fucking Royce and them, Slaughterhouse, right?
Yeah.
That's how white people can really pay us back, because he knew the platform on which he was given. He probably knew he didn't deserve it, so he found these groups that could really rap, right, and use what he had for them.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like he's supposed to pay it back. Like, he know it ain't his.
Exactly.
Yes, in the space.
Not
But here's the thing too, though.
But I'm
Like,
not gonna discredit him either.
because you can't. Eminem, when most people listen, when most people rap, right? Like, they usually are rhyming one syllable, right? So I go to the block, you will get pop, whatever. Like, he's rhyming 3 and 4 syllables per line each time. Niggas don't do that, bro. That is a skill on a whole nother level. So it's not like he's rapping the same as everybody. That's all I'm saying.
Man.
That
was Biggie, bro.
I mean, that's just like people idolizing like Biggie and Pop. Them niggas wasn't even out that long to be like, to justify the space that they in. Like,
listen, I'm a Biggie fan.
Pop the GOAT though. Hold
to
on.
call them legendary and shit like that, I don't believe that. I don't believe that some of them have put enough records out or albums out.
That's a different. We could do that.
We're going somewhere else with it.
Yeah, we could do that, right? But the point is, we exalt this nigga.
Exactly.
Right? In out in public, right? But you know what's crazy? If you ride around the hood in the block, nobody bumping that shit.
Exactly.
But
Right,
motherfuckers
so
want to.
That's where I got lost.
Yeah.
Like Bob said, it's for financial gain. Like, where?
Yeah. Well, we say it out loud, Q. So if meth or somebody say it, right, but they ain't listening to that shit. But you know, when you align with the white boy and people say, "Oh, you said he was good," they put you a little closer to him. Maybe opportunities open up. That's, you know what I'm saying. Unless you say he trash, then you might not get the same doors open to you.
The white people.
It's the same, like I was saying with the shucking and jiving, like it's an opportunity.
Yeah, so they say, yeah, he fired. Okay, meth, come do this commercial.
Then everybody gonna jump on the bandwagon because everybody trying to get that.
And I'm not saying Method Man said that. I'm just his name in my head for some reason. But
I'm getting stuck on the part of who gets more financial gain. It all goes back kind of to the same person for me, but
who the white boy?
Yeah, I'm just not seeing where like niggas really come up off of bringing white people into the culture.
It's clout. Black people get clout.
I mean,
but I think we also bring clout too to white people, to white artists also.
Yeah, without Dr. Dre is different, right?
Yeah.
Like, without having him, it's definitely different for Eminem and his trajectory. But you know, I mean, the man can rap though. We ain't saying that, but nobody listening to that shit.
Look at how our black women be championing Kim. Like, yo, y'all body's way better than hers. Y'all gotta knock it the fuck off, man. Y'all serious right now? And y'all got that shit natural.
But Kim is a legend, though. Her body and her rap skills that's two different things.
She's a legend for that sloppy
I'm
toppy.
talking about Kim Kardashian.
Oh, I think you're talking about Kim, like little Kim.
Bruh.
I'm talking about Kardashian.
That's another person. It's like, if anything, I see it more as them taking from the culture, they have more financial gain than us bringing them into our culture for us to get financial gain from them.
I honestly don't see
you're right.
black people bringing Kim into the culture. Like I don't.
No, Q says she took it.
Yeah, Bub was saying that we bring them into our culture for financial gain for us, and I'm just like, I don't see that like that.
I don't. No, I don't fuck with Kim.
Now,
Like
listen, this is what we do. This is what we do. We feel like we feel like if we can get close to them, if we can get in the same room as them, we may potentially have an opportunity to get some type of leverage or do business with them. That ain't always the case. You know what I'm saying? That's fucking clout chasing.
I feel like they put up. I feel like they
feel that way about us.
That's what I feel like. I feel like they try to get like Kim. If we're using the example of Kim, I feel like Kim tries to get in our culture so much to be so relevant. Like I feel like the roles are reversed in that. I feel like a lot of white people have tried to wean their way into our culture to make themselves relevant.
And we let them.
What I'm saying is we let them, right, and then we put them on a pedestal. I just recently heard Lala Anthony say, "Fucking Kim Kardashian is like the ultimate businesswoman." Now you know what she is. She be making power moves, but so do we. You know what I'm saying? So do we. Why are you giving her that much credit? Because she hooked you up with her doctor. Now you got a fatty. Now you got breasts. Like, come on now.
You also said she won't ever deal with
some of the facts are valid.
Basketball players again too. So
some of the facts are valid though.
Can't be friends.
Yeah, I'm not saying they can't be friends, Q. They could be friends, but this woman,
there's a mutual benefit there, right? If you're thinking in the aspect of business, right? And if I'm an individual and I want to get to this certain state, sometimes you got to rub elbows with certain people. Sometimes you have to get into certain spaces if you ever want to elevate the platform.
Q said friends though.
Yeah,
friends, whatever you want. I don't have an issue with being friends with white people. That's just me personally. But I'm speaking because we were talking about business and entertainment with Eminem and things like that. I do agree with you, Ham. As a black person, I can appreciate Eminem, and I do think he went about it the right way by giving a platform to other black people. He gave Slaughterhouse an opportunity. He gave 50 Cent an opportunity. They were able to go ahead and expand a little bit more. I do think that was appropriate because he was a guest in our community. However, I also feel like on the flip side of that, there are definitely moments in time. If you look at all these pop singers and they're having the hottest trending rapper go ahead and feature on their song so that they can go ahead and they can appeal to a large audience. They also want their black card. They also want to be invited to the cookout as well for their financial gain as well. So from a business perspective, we take advantage of one another. Now, do they seem to do a little bit better than us? Yes, they do, because they have a lot more power. They've got a lot more money and they've got a lot more influence.
So all I'm saying is if I have a cookout, I'm inviting Ashanti before I'm inviting freaking Kim Kardashian.
Yes, come on, Ashanti.
That's all I'm saying.
But if you were Eddie,
what opportunities is Ashanti giving you that?
Right. If you were Eddie, who's running a business, right? He'd want to go ahead and he would go ahead and he would probably invite Kim Kardashian because she's got a lot more power and pull than Ashanti would, and it's not no shade to her.
So he's gonna shuck and jive, like I was saying, like
I'm not disagreeing.
Wait, who gonna shuck and jive? Who gonna shuck and jive?
That's a little bit of shucking and jive. You gonna like?
That's what it is.
I'm gonna do it for the white man.
If Kim Kardashian,
listen to me. Y'all don't know me. Y'all don't know me by now. If I gotta choose over Kim Kardashian and Ashanti, y'all think I'm gonna go with Kim? Knock it the hell off.
For business, you probably gonna go with Kim.
That's your
business.
Bub, the question.
If you have the business mindset, you're gonna go with Kim.
The question is, do we give the others more grace? And I'm saying yes. That's the question. Let's not get off of that. So why would I invite Kim to my party over freaking Ashanti? Like, come on now.
Because Kim gonna get you to the bag before Ashanti.
They're just talking about from a perspective, Bub. That's all they're doing.
Y'all not with me right now. Y'all not with me. This is what we're talking about. This is exactly what we're talking about. So y'all gonna dumb yourselves down because y'all feel like y'all gonna get a better opportunity with the others rather than sticking with your own people. and your own people is way more beautiful than this other person, but y'all gonna go with this other person just because you think she could bring more financial gain.
But why not use them the same way they use us?
That's what
Why
I.
not use them
That's
the
what I
same way
said.
they
I
use
think
us?
y'all need to
Because I'm
Let me
sticking with
use you.
principle and morals. That's why.
But it don't
I'm
matter.
sticking
None of
with
that matters
principle.
in the business world.
No,
None of that
yo,
That
matters.
is why
no.
It
white
don't matter
people
in the
have
business
the
world.
money that they
This
have in
is the question. This is why Ham gave us this question. This is exactly why Ham gave us this question.
But it's cool though. But my thing is, why not use them the same way they use us?
Mary,
If
they
I-
operate. Think about it though. They operate from positions of power when they use us.
But
It's,
that's what I'm
it's a
saying.
totally different dynamic.
But if I'm using, if I'm inviting somebody, I'm gonna invite Kim to the cookout right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna end up gaining more opportunity from her. So when I'm at that standpoint where I'm on top, everybody at the bottom coming with me.
Mary,
your own people.
Mary, I have a question. Why would you think you would gain more opportunity from Kim? I mean, I'm just throwing that out because you keep going leaning towards Kim.
Because
Why
I'm saying
do you
generally, this person is seen as to have more pull to know more people, to know more things that are going on out there per se.
What about
Versus
the shit
Ashanti
she
that's
done
in the
though?
background.
So you respect how she been moving and all that? You fuck with her? You hang
I'm
out
not
with her?
saying that. I'm not saying
No,
that.
no. I'm asking you.
Using somebody versus
I'm asking you though. I'm
agreeing with
asking
them
you,
completely.
regardless of that though. How
No,
she moved,
she
how
sucked
she
dick
did.
to get where she at. All right,
So you
that's
fuck
cool.
with her?
That's cool. I'm saying what she did to get where she at is cool. If I gotta use her to get my people up a level, I'm gonna do that.
Come on, Ebony.
That sounds like
Regardless.
Ronnie.
The same way they using us. The same
So
way they
regardless,
using
so let me just get this clear. Regardless of her history and what she did to get where she at, and how many niggas she done abused, you cool with that as long as you could come
I'm
up.
not saying I'm cool with that.
You gotta be if you have it at your
Somebody
party.
don't mean I agree with it. Just because I'm using somebody does not mean I agree with what they did.
Okay,
It
so
sounds like Mary said that she
morals
would
and
just
values
she
don't
would
matter
use
when
her.
it comes to the money. Hold on. Morals and values don't. Wait, let me ask a question. Morals and values do not matter when it comes to getting this money for you, Mary.
I'm not saying when
God
it gets to
damn.
I'm not
What are
saying
you
that.
saying?
No, what I'm saying is use these people the same way they're using us. Why it's not that simple? Why is it not that simple to understand? Use them the same way they use us.
Yo,
The
hey,
same
run
way
this.
they
Hey,
buying up
Adrian, run this show. I'm
shit.
out, yo. I'm out. Fuck this
I
shit.
get what you're saying, Mary.
It's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Bro.
I get it.
I understood your point.
I get it, Mary.
Y'all get it. Y'all get it. Adrian, they get it.
You're not
Bub, they get it.
moving me. It's the same.
Listen, she using what she got to get what she
Alex,
wants.
I didn't leave. I'm back, nigga. Wait. So let me get this straight.
Yo, go ahead.
I ain't because Nay agreed. Alex says well, that's Alex anyway. She's like a windshield wiper.
Don't do that. Don't do that. I'm always gonna back up my point.
Isha. So what you feel? So Kim, go ahead.
I don't agree because I'm looking at it at the standpoint she's gonna have to want to come. And I don't think Kim champions the Black community like she acts like she does. So she most likely won't even show up at your function, whereas Ashanti may.
Well, what if she was though? What if you had the options?
I'll still go with Ashanti. I'm just not feeling, and I'm thinking about how this stuff like she took cornrows and made them boxer braids, so now they're boxer braids. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't get with the stealing from the culture. I just can't get with it. I'm sorry.
So the money ain't enough.
I can't.
Man,
I gotta be true to self.
And morals and values, man. I guess they don't matter. Like Nate said, she about the bag, so whatever.
Well, Black
sometimes
I'm not talking to y'all. I'm talking about y'all. I'm not talking to y'all. Let me get Q in here. Q, because all the ladies done spewed their answers. So who you going with?
For the event,
Yeah.
Ashanti.
Why?
Because I feel like when you have a certain amount of power, to the extent that Kim Kardashian has it, that's gonna come with something. You know what I'm saying? It's the trust level and all that shit for me. Like if you do one thing for me, I gotta owe you like at least 20, because she's so powerful. So all of that plus her intentions, you know what I mean? I gotta trust that her intentions are pure. I feel like I would get more pure intentions from Ashanti, me personally. So like if I was having like, I don't know, an art show, and Kim was like, yeah, it'll be great, I can invest in you, we'll take the money from Dash or whatever the fuck the store is. Yeah, no.
The fact that you knew the name of the store
with a lot of shit. But if Ashanti was like, yeah, so you know my mother, you know, she be making extra money and she looking for artists. Like if she came at me, I'm gonna feel like, okay, that's a little bit more legit. So that's just me personally, and that's from, like I said, the standpoint of power. I think the higher you go, the more disgusting things you're involved in, the more dirty you'll do people. Because how do you even maintain that?
Go ahead, Alex.
Thank you. Okay, Ham, I'm gonna ask you. You are a DJ. You have children. And let's say, for example, and we are taking emotion out of it and we are speaking of strictly business, right? Strictly business. If Kim Kardashian says, hey, my daughter Nerth is turning however old and I need a DJ for her birthday party. And you already know the influence that Kim Kardashian has. She has the potential because some of y'all still like Kanye West. Travis Scott is going to be there. All these celebrities are going to pop out, right? Either that or you're going to be doing Ashanti's mom's 70th birthday party, right? And from a business perspective, because you're not just thinking about now, who are you going with?
From a business standpoint.
From a business standpoint.
Disregarding.
A business standpoint.
Okay, I'm not done. From a business standpoint.
And tell the truth.
Come on now. Disregarding my morals and values.
You go with him.
Right?
Yes.
And my belief system, which is extreme. I had never had a single Caucasus person at my house.
Hamp, you just answered the question. Now cut it out. Because money is great.
What I'm saying is I'm excluding all these things and just going with numbers. Kim Kardashian, if I'm excluding everything.
My point is,
how's that your point? You're saying excluding everything. So
that's what we're talking about when it comes to the business and utilize black people using white people and white people utilizing black people when they are talking about business. We unfortunately, morals aside, we use one another. We absolutely do.
Yeah, but if I had the options and I am who I am, I'm not doing that party. I gotta live with myself. See, that's the other thing. You gotta get up and breathe. See, if I can't get up and live with myself,
but you also have to get up and support your family.
But you think that you can't get up and live with yourself, feeling like you use the leverage of a white person to bring all these black people up?
You giving me
that
options.
part? Like, you're not thinking about that. Like I use the leverage of a white person.
See, here's the other thing, right? In real life, I really actually do that too, right? So I know what it looked like to say no, right? In a hard situation when it's talking about getting money. You know what I mean? Because some things are more important. How the fuck do you sleep doing everything for money?
Listen,
it's not about
not turn down the hosting job for Wildin' Out.
You know how much stuff I do volunteer? Lord.
DC Young Fly turned down the hosting job for Wildin' Out?
Yeah, because of Nick.
Yeah.
It
can be done.
It's bigger than
still
that.
Making bread.
Yeah, it's bigger than that.
But if a DC Young Fly, when he's just coming out at that point in time, DC Young Fly had a little bit of traction, he had a little bit of name. But if
you know what that bag looked like?
What I'm saying is that, but he knew that at some point in time, like Nick was gonna go ahead and he was gonna come back for him, right? He knew that. If he was just some random or whatever no one knew him, he would go ahead and he would be like, you know what, I'm gonna go.
No, Alex, see, that's easy to say, but you know what he did.
When he had the money that you're talking about, where do you think he didn't get that from Wildin' Out? Because I heard they don't pay people to do Wildin' Out. That's just opportunity. That's just exposure.
So then, if we're talking about just exposure, if we're talking about just exposure, you would go with Kim Kardashian.
Well,
but we're talking about DC Young Fly. He was making money from the tours, so he remained making money how he was making money.
Yeah, but to
your point, if he wanted more exposure and more opportunities, he would have become the new host.
Yeah,
and maybe a lot more opportunities.
But he didn't.
certain accolades would have come with that, but he turned all that down.
Yeah,
and he's still making good money.
That's what he actually did, Alex. You talking about some hypothetical shit that didn't happen. He actually did what Q said he did. So what if I turn that party down, do Ashanti's party, and then show everybody that I turned the shit down? Guess who calling me now?
Possibly.
You whispered that. What'd you say?
Possibly. I still think from a business perspective, if I have these mouths to feed, if I'm trying to go ahead and I'm trying to align myself up on a bigger platform and open myself in different spaces, maybe I'm money hungry, but I'm going with Kim Kardashian, where I know the bag is there. But not only do I know the bag is there, but I know several other bags are going to be there.
Well, you know,
or you turn that bag down and be like, God gonna bless me with another bag.
One of the two, depending on where I'm at that moment.
Well, why can't you use that bag to give? Why can't you use that bag for everybody to come up? Use the bag.
Man, these niggas, boy.
Use the bag for everybody to come up.
It goes different ways. You could do it different ways. You could say, I'm gonna use that white person to have a come up, or you could be like, you know what, I'll turn that down and I'll wait for the bag to come another way because God.
The white man has done a beautiful job on my people, man.
Absolutely.
Good gracious. So, but look how much grace we gave her for whatever reason y'all want to try to make up money, this, that, and the third favor. Y'all giving her all this grace for all the shit she done. She done ran through how many niggas? That shit is intentional. The man can't find his kids. I don't give a fuck. You think he crazy or not, right? She talking about she fucking this nigga Pete in front of the fireplace or something. She got children. He tattooing somebody else kids on him. That's crazy. Come on, but y'all going with that because she could bring you some bread. Come on.
She was white before.
Put him in the fucking bed. Get him out of here.
He chose her.
Y'all with the whole financial route, and y'all was just putting them up against each other for beauty purposes, and y'all went that whole financial route.
And meanwhile, the porn star can't be a pastor.
Yes, she can. God gave her grace.
Do your thing, girl.
God gave her grace. Yes, she can.
Listen, he chose Kim Kardashian 4 times. He ain't used her. He chose her 4 times. That's a completely different thing.
Hey, Mary, let me ask you a question, Mary.
What?
Let me ask you a question. Do Kim look better than you?
Do Kim look better than me?
Yeah.
I mean, beauty is within the eye of the beholder. So
you don't fucking answer no question.
No, girl. No.
I don't. It depends on who looking. If the white
Kim
people
just got more money. That's it.
Mary, you natural.
Anybody can look good with money.
Right. That's it.
Answer my question, Mary.
I think I'm fine as hell.
That's all that needs to be said. Josh Mike, Mary, that's done. You done. You done. Leave it at that.
What happened, bub? What's wrong?
You know what I'm saying? Y'all part of the problem. You know what I'm saying? How you gonna dumb yourself down for this woman?
I'm not dumbing myself down. I'm saying my whole point was use them the same way they use us. You don't see how white people use us?
Mary, don't try to divert from my question. Does Kim look better than you? Yes or no?
Don't nobody look better than me.
Then say that shit then.
Then Mary, what you said to me earlier before we went out?
Shit then.
You your own woman crush Wednesday. You your own woman crush.
You stuttering and all that. Just say the shit, yo.
Yeah.
Nobody was stuttering.
Yes, you were, nigga.
Crush
Beauty
on
in
you,
the eye of
Mary.
beholder. You don't even know what beholder mean, nigga. You just saying shit. Yo, but real shit though. Yo.
Mary, so what you said to me earlier, that means you better be your woman crush Wednesday next week. You popping.
Others got y'all messed up.
Yo, it's crazy though. And we keep on saying Mary and Nay more specifically than Alex, although you know Alex will jump on that wagon. Fucking my bad. So they'll say they did it to us, so we should do it to them, right? Right. So because we've been used, right? Does that mean we duplicate the same thing if it's negative? Because y'all even say that about women. Well, men do it all the time. Why the fuck would you take the worst qualities of men and then replicate that?
Yo,
we're gonna do it better.
It's an eye for an eye. Sometimes it's an eye for an eye. Realistically,
we're gonna do it better.
Like I'm being realistic. Sometimes it's an eye for an eye.
No, but what I'm saying is just process the info first, right? Do you realize that when desegregation came into play, we lost? We didn't win. right? And when they saw us doing great, what they do? Burn us down. In Oklahoma City, that's not the only time they burnt us down, right? But we had this mindset. Who said it? Q said it first. That we've been conditioned to think this shit. Right? Now, do they have leverage? Of course. Can they put you in positions? Of course, right? But do we need that shit? Is it worth selling our soul over some bread? They just took $1.5 billion from this man. Think about that shit for a second. And you talking about had this bitch at your birthday, right? Why? So she could spin the block on you? Make it make sense. Y'all niggas gotta read more, man.
It don't got nothing to do with reading.
It sounded good.
But we smart. We smarter, so
You smarter than who? Well, God, you smarter than who? Kanye?
We smarter than them people. Black folks is smart.
Niggas?
Yeah, we smart people.
Prove it.
We smart?
So you saying niggas is dumb?
I'm asking.
I'm asking.
She said niggas is smart. Prove it.
I think that black people are very smart. We know what we be doing when we do it.
Look at your neighborhoods.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the pandering that we doing on this panel right now. We smart? What make us so fucking smart? When the last time we invented anything?
Okay.
We've been going up or down. We getting kicked out of every city that they want to gentrify.
Yeah, that's true.
Our money leaves our community in what, 28 seconds? Fuck are we smart about? Rich niggas is shooting dice, Q. We smart.
We smart. We just not woke.
I think that woke shit is bullshit too, because niggas keep using it and it ain't doing nothing for us.
At all.
Because they fake woke.
Well, yeah, maybe you're right about that. But that's what I'm saying. We smart though.
If you're not aligned, your intelligence isn't activated.
Well, that's what I'm saying, Q. So you have to show it, right? So are we smart?
We don't always exercise our potential. I think black people smart.
What I'm saying is, if you ever coach anything, they say potential will get you fired, right? Because this kid's 6'5", 260 pounds. He's supposed to be the next best DN, but this nigga can't fucking get his feet right, can't get his hands in place, and he never become that. And you done poured all your fucking energy into this nigga, and he wasn't there that to begin with. He just passed the eye test. That's stupid.
What did you just say though, him?
What?
You said niggas need to read, right?
Yeah.
Imagine you live in an America, and every morning a white man reads the Art of War and goes off to work.
Yeah.
And the black man goes on his phone and goes on IG and Facebook and goes off to work.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. So if he's able to exude that knowledge, that white man, right? And then the black man talking about shade room, you could talk about all the potential intelligence that black man so-called had. Is he smart? You would have to say no.
It's there, but it's dormant. I think it's
therefore it doesn't exist.
Our potential.
But does it exist if you don't see it? In terms of like somebody being so-called intelligent or something. Do they qualify as smart if they never exuded it, never used it? You see what I'm saying? That's
within
all.
the present moment. Within that present moment, if we're just in the moment, we're not talking about past or future. Absolutely.
Yeah. But to your point, if we unlock our potential, right, it's exponential if we do what we got to do.
Oh, yeah.
But Mary and Miss Nay telling us, do it for the money. Fuck our morals and values. She can help you catapult, although we've seen them abuse us and use us throughout history.
Listen, you use them for what you can get. That's smart to me.
I'm still standing on that. Like, and it's not just the money.
Because you want to elevate your people in the process.
I'm just saying, because of where we are right now, like you're gonna need some kind of leverage from somewhere.
Can I get another example?
A handful of slaves said, and then Kanye said slavery was a choice.
Did y'all hear his company named Dash? Kanye, did y'all see what he said in the interview? It's called Dash or Batch or something. It's like some tech company, but he has I forget the numbers, but he has 100 employees or something like that. 60 employees, 3 black ones. in his own company. Because niggas talking about leverage, but they ain't really running these businesses. So, Mary, if she give you $1 million and you want to open a store or a shop, do you have the acumen to do so? Nah. So guess what? When they give you that money, they're going to give you the people too. And you're going to be what we call a token. See, niggas, I'm telling you, man, they've been playing this game too long.
About the power. I said
Go ahead,
it's
Q.
gonna
My
come
bad.
with something.
Yeah.
It's not just
you
here's
did
an
say that.
opportunity for you to do art and have a gallery and show off your no. It's coming with something else.
Mm-hmm. My bad. I'm
Who's
kind of
funding black folks? Most
And
people
I
that's
feel
funding the
like
black people are
realistically,
white.
even in your situation, Hamp, you'd have way more opportunity with Ashanti's mom at an event where your own people, like you said, the dollars may not stay there long, but your own people have an opportunity to hire you. We can't assume also that all black people don't know people of other races. But I think thinking about it on a larger scale, yeah, Kim Kardashian got you, and you're probably what, one of 20 DJs on the entire property that she got. So you the DJ over by the pool while another DJ's over by the 7th bar on the property.
Yeah.
Who's really gonna take your information and be like, oh, can you do this party next week? It's pretty slim.
Yeah.
But the way society is set up now, like what black people are going to support you too?
Yeah, because if you went to an all black event and it wasn't popping, are you going to go to all black events again after that and support them? No, because a lot of people, I know some people that are like, nah, I'm not going to support. I'm going to go to more of a white event. There are people that will say that. Like
I'm thinking about where we at.
I feel like Ashanti's mom event will
where
be
we
more
are
popping,
right now in society,
and he walk away with at least 1 or 2 opportunities to none compared to a Kim Kardashian event. That's just my
and it's the feel. Like I turned down a lot of clubs for clubs I like to do because of the feel. And all the events I do are black. B can attest to that. Every single person in that motherfucker. All the time. Every weekend. So I don't know, man. This shit's scary to me, man. Al,
yes, what you want to say?
What you got the windshield wiper on, or you standing on something?
I said what I said here.
So you still with the Kim Kardashian crew? Huh?
Just speaking from a business perspective, and then
Where is my brother at? Kun Lee.
That is not his name. Okay. Let's not whitewash his name.
Well, that's one of my favorite Street Fighter characters. Her name's Chun Li, but Kun Lee sound better.
No,
so.
it is Kool-Aid.
I don't know, man. Interesting. B, final thought on this, man.
Don't be a sellout. That's my final thought. Don't be a sellout. Don't always. What's the old saying? Don't do something about the quick buck, but yeah, don't fall for the quick buck.
Bub, what's your thought on this?
Yo, stick to your own, man, as much as you can, man. Uplift your peoples if you have the opportunity to uplift your peoples. Stand on your morals. Let's get it.
Interesting. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. We making good progress on the subscriber front. We almost at 1,000. Well, halfway to 1,000, which will get us monetized. So we moving in the right direction. So you know what I mean? The like button is the most important thing on YouTube. When you hit that like button, it puts us in the algorithm for more people to view us and see us. It's basically like a share button almost. Obviously, you can also share, and you should definitely subscribe. So listen, man, I don't really fuck with Jerry Springer, but I do like one of his constructs. Mary, final thought.
Stand on everything you say. And that's just what it is.
No doubt. B?
Give grace when needed.
Q?
Yeah, kind of what B just said, but more detailed. I think we need to know when and who to extend grace to. That's it. That's the post.
Adrian?
Definitely we need to extend grace, but let's also do things out of excellence, yo. Right? Let's not just look for like handouts or people just to rock with us because we black. right? So of course support each other because we are each other, but let's also do things in excellence, y'all.
Miss Nay.
Everyone deserves a level of grace. Grace is also circumstantial, and don't be fronting about getting to the back from white people, because there are people that will do it in the front like they don't.
Bub.
Yo, always bet on black, and don't ever play us in public. Let's get
it. Alex.
We all need grace. Well, for my black businesses, I'm always going to be here to support you. But customer service is key. And also, to what Adrian said, we always want to strive for black excellence because we don't get all the opportunities that the other people do. So always make sure you're coming with your A game.
Isha.
Each one teach one, reach one. Even whores deserve grace.
Hey,
that was my favorite one.
Alex, like she's sitting in a halfway house, man. We can't. Yo, listen, man. I'm not giving grace to everybody. Only my people. That's it. Every other person their grace has run out. All right, you got everything. Half all of y'all got reparations and y'all stole, raped, robbed, and murdered. So, you know what I mean? The Most High your shit running out for him too. So, I can't do it. And I'm a firm believer in what Bub said is even if you have an argument with your family, right? You do that in the home. If I'm riding with Adrian and I disagree, I'm still riding. And then when we get back to the crib, we can have a conversation. So I think the same thing got to apply. And I extend grace to my people all the time. You know what I mean? Even in points where I shouldn't. And I think if we did that, maybe less of us would be fucking dying too. You know what I mean? So God bless the dead, man. But and what I usually say at the end, I forget.
Something about Jerry Springer.
You don't really fuck with
that. Like, share, subscribe.
And we out. Tell a friend, and we
out.
out.
Yeah, that part. Thank you, Q. These other niggas saying shit I already said. Like, share, yo. I'm killing this cup, yo. Like, share, subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And we out.
It's funny.
Yeah, that shit was good, man.
That was good. And Q, and I'm a shout out Q.